No rehearsals. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Bearean Bunker broadcast. This is episode 77. I did not rehearse that sip, and I just want to thank you for joining us today. Pretty exciting day. I just got home from plowing. I plowed all night last night. We had a winter wonderland up here, and Yahweh, our Father, God Almighty, really blessed me because I was concerned. I have a lot of accounts and I hadn't made provisions to get my cow milked, and he set it up in the areas that I had snow were not a lot of snow, and basically all my best accounts I got to plow and the rest. So now I'm home. We got the cow milked and we're wrapping up Romans. We're wrapping up Romans today.
Yes.
So wrapping up Romans, we got to Romans 14, 15, and 16. There are some spicy things in all these epistles. So I'll read the summaries and then we'll jam. Before I do that, really quick, on last episode 76, we went over the Sabbath, what it means to be a priest today and how you can, be a priest today, and what it means to be grafted, a little bit of grafting. That's it. So in chapter 14, we have unity in community, because somebody was a poet and they didn't know it. And then we have salvation for Gentiles too in Romans 15. And then also we have going to the ends of the earth. Honey, did you know that the earth had ends?
I did. I do.
Chapter 16. Welcome the apostolic team. Go team.
Guess we got to read that chapter.
Yeah.
I feel like that was planned.
It might have been. Then a closing blessing. I had to choose. I wanted to read Romans 14 because I wanted to read about the meat nonsense and not nonsense, the meat.
Oh, I think you're doing what they say not to do.
But I did not want to read the list of people because whatever.
That was smart.
All right. So observations, right? We're here for observations. We're not here to tell you how to live your Christian life.
Yes. Or even
unless you call me individually if you want to ask,
He'd be happy to.
I'd happy to tell you how to live yours.
Please do. Please call.
Just don't tell me how to live mine.
Yeah, and we're also not here to interpret the Bible. Just give our to read it and then to say our observances and what we believe, right?
Yeah, the Bible interprets itself.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're way too far down the line to be interpreting the Bible.
Yes. So chapter 14 was a lot about food, observing days and not condemning one another and building one another up. And so that was, very good to read. I know that a lot of people will say then that food, you're not supposed to eliminate any food. So we have learned from previous things that we've read that, like the pork and the unclean foods they're not considered food. So pork is not.
What's that mean?
So that when they're talking about here is not to condemn or pick on someone's food. And still to this, we're not supposed to get in people's faces about their food. It's just a choice that we've made based on what we've read and learned. So we do not eat pork. We do not eat shellfish or bottom feeders. We don't eat, according to what chapter was it that we studied and that talked about all of that?
Well, there's several different points there. I think there's some stuff in Leviticus and some.
Leviticus.
Yeah, it's a description of things,
Yeah.
And actually Exodus 19 through 32 talks about different things to eat.
So I know when you first came to that knowledge, you had shared some studies with me. So we watched some things, and which convinced me of that truth.
Yeah, because I wasn't convincing you.
No, because at first I was like, I'll
Right.
have my bacon cheeseburger,
Right.
So, and but anyways, so this was an interesting chapter. So I don't know if anything I said even made any sense, but I guess they're talking about food and observances and not to condemn one another and to build one another up, and that these are for everyone.
Like, what's your focus?
Here?
Yeah, not you, but it's kind of Paul's saying, don't let your focus be on other people's behavior, right?
Yeah, worry about yourself.
Worry about your own self.
But you, why do you judge your brother? Or you too, why do you look down on your brother? For we all will stand before the judgment seat of God. For it is written, as I live, says Adonai, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall give praise to God.
Wow.
And we will each give an account of himself to God.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to.
I don't have to give an account for you.
No.
Just if I say something to you and say this is the Bible or whatever, then I doubly account, because I have to live by what I just told you, and I have to live by, if you as my wife trust me and you're like, oh, okay, let's do this, and then it's a mess, then I'm accountable for me and you.
Right. And I also think about the account thing, like if you're going to say something, then you have to give an account to me as to why what you're saying is true. That's how it came up in my mind.
My wife is an accountant.
No, I'm not. So I don't know. I probably just made a
You do
mess
accounting.
of saying words, but that's
You
that
do
was my
accounting.
observation. I count things.
You know what's interesting about what you just said? Say that word when take your sip there. Oh yeah.
This is my first. I've only had a couple of sips here this morning. Been a busy morning.
Mm-hmm. What you were saying? Accountant? I have to account for what I said or whatever.
If you're gonna claim something to me, then you need to give an account to me as to why.
I need to give an account to you.
As to why I'm supposed to believe what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
That's how I hear it in my head.
That is almost miraculous in its wisdom. I have to give an account to you if I say something to you, and the account is, here is the books and the tables. This is the account
to
to
prove
you,
what I'm
to
saying.
show you
Yeah.
that comes from Dad.
Yes. Is that good? Okay.
Okay, that's really good. I don't even know if I want to add to that. Anything I add to that will take it away. My observation was Paul was, again, quoting from Isaiah and Job and all this other stuff, Romans 14, 15, and 16. Talking about instruction. The instruction comes from scriptures. The scriptures are ancient, that Paul is referring to. Teach out of the scriptures, teach out of the scriptures, teach out of the scriptures. Isaiah says, go back to the scriptures. Go back. Isaiah even says, go back. The prophets say, go back. Where are these guys going? Where are these guys going?
Yeah, I noted that too in my mind. That was popping.
Where are they going, guys?
They're going back.
They're going back. How far back can you go? Little action on Jesus will rule. Rejoice, you nations, with his people. Let all the nations be praising Yahweh, and let all the peoples praise him. Again, Isaiah says, there will come the root of Jesse, even he who arises to rule the nations. Upon him will the nations put their confidence. Then the whole world's going to put their confidence in our Jesus Christ. Do we put our confidence in Jesus Christ?
Not as often as I should.
Right, yeah.
I put my confidence in you a lot.
Yeah.
And that's not good. You know what I mean?
Thanks a lot.
You know what I mean?
We have food and light.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, but that's a good point, you know. So, like, you put your confidence in me, and I'm thankful for that. And sometimes it's intimidating and whatever, but it's cool to hear that's a trust and stuff thing. But a lot of people put their confidence in men, as in just not their family, like a guy saying this stuff.
So where do you put your confidence?
I'm kind of stuck on Yahweh. All the men in my life has disappointed me.
Oh, well, good.
I know the Yahweh, the scriptures. No, I know there's a guy watching this that it's not that I don't put all my confidence in him, but he is a mentor and a brother, and very, very, very wise, very humble, and just really enjoys going back to the basics, loves sharing, talking about scriptures. And he's also teaching me Hebrew. So,
well, and God puts people in our lives, right?
Yeah, he does.
To communicate with us, because he's not, speaking to us
right
from the clouds. But he does
He's,
speak through other wise people.
Absolutely, and he speaks to us in his word. If I seem a little loopy, I've been up since yesterday morning at 6 a.m. because my plow truck wasn't quite ready, so of course I couldn't take a snooze, and then I had to go out at midnight, and so we're having some fun.
Which we have some record of on here many days ago when you were saying I'm getting my truck ready.
Yeah. Oh, I'm giving it a count.
Yeah, and you didn't. You didn't have it ready.
Oh my goodness. I'd like to blame ADHD, but I think that's a matter of discipline. I will say I'm usually coming in hot. Any thoughts? Any other things? All right. So my daughter Anna asked a quick question on Romans 1:24. I just want to hit that really quick. We hit 12 minutes, but we will get out. We'll get out of here. But I thought when Romans 1:24 is a very cool, interesting thing. 26, 24. Therefore the Almighty has given them over to evil lusts of their hearts, to the uncleanness of dishonoring their bodies and themselves, who have changed the truth of the Almighty into a lie, and having been worshiping and serving the creature rather than the one who is created, who is blessed for all ages. Amen. Dad, what does that mean? Because, God hardens people's hearts. No, God doesn't harden anyone's heart who hasn't already turned to evil. And we talked a little bit about that yesterday. Israel was put in a long time out, and God hardened their hearts because they had already turned away from God so many times. They turned away. And God finally said, fine. You think you have a hard heart now? I'm going to crystallize it because you have raged me out. And my daughter asked the same question. She was doing a completely different study because it was in a different part of Romans. And she's like, Dad, what does this mean? God won't harden anyone's heart who's soft. If you have a soft heart and you want God to give you instructions, that's it. Really thank you guys for joining us in this walk of faithfulness to Yahweh, to his son Yeshua, and the scriptures. And I'm
off to bed.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
And I'm gonna try and be quiet, which I'm not very good at.
You don't have to be quiet.
Okay.
I've got my headphones.
All right.
All right. Well, love you guys. Blessed. Hope your day is blessed. And we pray for these things before we open up our mouths. So I hope it edified you. Adios.
Bye.